All right.
Hey, good catch, as always. God damn it.
So
I'm 50-50 on that.
that's about right.
Yeah.
So we're going to do our War Show 2021 recap tonight. But first, check out friends of the show, CQ the Pop Culture Warrior. The Two Brothers podcast with Troy and Trevor. They just released a new episode this week.
Yeah.
Also, Trevor has the Trevor Jackson podcast and them Jackson Boys. They'll be back soon. Happened in the 90s with Evan and Matt, and then Dumbass Dudes podcast with Evan, Joel, and LT Gray, Ben Chang.
Yeah.
So check out the Andy Harris on Twitter and his podcast, This American Laugh. Go to our website and check out the merch link and get some shirts. We'll have some new stuff out there pretty soon, hopefully.
We will. We got some big stuff coming in 2022.
We're working on
Well,
it.
by big stuff, I mean stuff.
Yeah. So,
which when this releases, let's just say this will be after New Year. I mean, this is our New Year's episode.
technically, yes, this will release on the 3rd.
Yeah.
Yep. So, tonight we're going to drink some champagne to celebrate.
Yeah.
Let's hope this doesn't blow everywhere.
God,
when
I hope
pop
it blows everywhere. Oh, it blows all over your face. Hey,
How about that? It didn't.
I'm impressive. I hope it's flat.
I don't care if it is or isn't.
I don't either.
It doesn't look flat. So anyway,
So it's been a year.
it has been not another year of the podcast, but it's been another year.
Is this two? No, you're the podcast. Right.
Yes.
But this is our third award show?
This is our third award show, which
Jesus.
the first award show we didn't have, we just had August through
Right.
December to go with. But
Yeah. Which, incidentally, the award show for me is the most boring fucking episode we do. I almost hate this episode.
do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're really.
Oh, I know.
I'm going to give you an opportunity to really shit on somebody tonight. So
Sweet. I know.
cheers.
You're going to give me the opportunity, or I'm taking it.
Come see, come saw.
I'm getting fucked up on champagne tonight, bitch.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you're watching the live stream and you want to see us in our unnatural habitat, we're doing an interview with another podcast, or they're interviewing us. We're going to be on their show, and they'll be live streaming after this, and they're called the Man Tools Podcast. So
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So 9:30 Eastern. Their show starts and will be on roughly 10-ish minutes after they get started.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it
I'm
goes.
calling in 10 on the nose.
No, I'd say we call in at the start of the show. They say something. We go, if you're not 10 minutes early, you're late.
Yeah, one of them is a vet, ex-military.
Oh, I thought they both were. So
Maybe
anyway,
they both are. I don't know.
now the phone lines are open. So
Yep.
if anybody were to call.
All right.
So
Recap of the year.
I was gonna.
It
belch.
is. I still can't believe that I have stuck with this long.
Yeah, I know.
Because even though we have our year anniversary episodes
in August, yeah.
right in August, it's still like this is the milestone to
Mhm.
me. Like I don't even think about that as much as now.
Is it?
Now it's been in my mind 2 full years at this point because it's
Yeah, I mean, it has been 2 full calendar years.
Right, that's
plus
what I
that-
meant, the
Right,
calendar
right.
because I don't give a fuck about it's like being married. I don't think about my anniversary. It's just linked with
So
time
if
in
you get
general.
married in early February, that first year doesn't really count till you pass that first calendar year.
Until, yeah, more or
So
less.
so when you've been married like 22 months, you've still only been married a year.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
no,
God.
if it was February, I would count the next New Year's as a year.
Oh, okay.
It's,
I mean, I understand if
it's
someone
whatever
were
the
to say, how long
conven-
have you guys been married? A year. I get that.
It's whatever the convenience of my logic is at the time.
Sure. So you're still surprised, but I feel like that's not new. That's not news that you're surprised. I think every week you come over here, you're surprised you're still doing it. It's like, I cannot believe I came back
Yeah.
for another
Well,
year.
Amanda,
another
because I was
episode.
bitching about coming over here tonight, and Amanda was like, "You know what it is, don't you?" And I was like, "What?" She goes, "Before the podcast, you guys' friendship was like you maybe saw each other every couple of months, hung out for a weekend. It was great, and you guys went the fuck away from each other and just texted every now and then."
Sure.
She goes, "Now you see him every weekend, and you're sick of it." I was like, "Yeah, that's basically."
I was
it
thinking
in a
about
nutshell.
I was thinking about earlier is that I think when this ends, whenever that is,
We're not going to hang out for like a year.
I was going to say I think whether it's 2 months from now or 10 years from now, when this ends, whenever that is,
This week.
yeah, or this week, right? That it will be a while before we hang out again. I think.
Absolutely.
I think that this. I think. Yeah, I was gonna say I think this has been ultimately detrimental to the relationship.
Yeah, 100%.
But I definitely think that there are things that have come out of this.
Yeah.
That
well, you've made
are positive.
You've made new friends.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think about that. Speaking of Sunday, if you're watching this live Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, I will be on Andre and Easy's weekend show called Something for the Weekend.
No, I won't, Trevor.
Then y'all will miss potting. Yeah, I won't. Even if Steven quits, I'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know, but consistency is key. So, but yeah, I will be on Andre and Easy's thing with another gentleman named Big T, and then Roxanne's on there as well. But called Something for the Weekend. It's going to be interesting. I'm excited.
Yeah.
To do this,
I find
honestly.
Granted, I know you're closer to those guys relatively, like you talk to them more, but I find it funny, like that I'm excluded from this endeavor, which is honest to God's fine with me.
No, I think
I don't think they'd want me on that particular.
No,
show.
that's not it at all. I think because he and I talk so much, and he guest hosted on here, like it's.
Yeah.
I think part of it is you're tired of talking about race.
Oh
stuff,
yeah, 100%.
And that's the thing.
Yeah. Like
Andre's a believer that the only way to really get some change is to continue to talk about that kind of stuff.
For sure.
And I agree with him.
Yeah.
But anyway, but you know, who knows? Maybe one day we will be on there.
No, I was
together
completely giving you shit about it.
I mean, Troy and Trevor call you to be on their show more than they get in touch with me about it. So we're good.
Y'all have met a fake Trevor now. A fake Easy.
Fake Easy.
Which, by the way, just to hammer that home, we're drinking fucking Andre.
That's why I got it.
Andre shit.
I had Cooks, and I said, you know what? Fuck Cooks. I'm going with Andre.
You're the only Trevor for me, Trevor.
Yeah, we don't know this Trevor that we're going to be on with in a little while.
Yeah, he can be Black Trevor, and then we're going to go talk to White Trevor tonight.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although, you know, I bet the other one's not vegan, so you know. No, I'm just messing with you, Trevor. Yeah. I like to give you shit for veganism. You and your brittle Mr. Glass bones.
We need to get Trevor on again. Like just have a Trevor show.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been a hell of a year. Lots of ups and downs, I would say, not just
Trevor's not black.
No,
I wouldn't know. I don't see color, so
that's all I see.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah.
All I see is different shades of douche. That's all I see in every person.
Oh man. So
what was that? There's a show at one point in time, and there's God damn it. I can't remember the line. I just remember on the episodes there was what the fuck are you doing?
I was trying to check something because you switched accounts earlier, and I was concerned that had changed.
No, I changed it again.
Okay, look at you.
I did. Actually, I do need to change one other thing on that, but regardless, it was some show, and they had a black and white, same name, and I can't remember what the show was. It was a comedy, but anyway.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
like Brown Joey and White Ovid.
Yeah,
from Community.
Yeah.
Anyway,
maybe that's what I was thinking about. I don't remember.
Could be,
but
so anyway,
so I don't know. Did you ever? Because we had a couple.
You turned that down for a reason?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wonder.
Okay.
Go ahead. We had a couple what?
Near quits for me over the year. Did we? Was it this year or was it last year? We had the.
I mean, that's been over a year ago.
I mean, inside I have near quits every fucking day.
Over a year ago is when we kind of got into it or whatever, and did our Kiss and Makeup episode. That was November 2020.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, I feel like we've had more guests this year than we did.
We did. I think yes. This is the year you took off for a few weeks.
Yep.
So we had great guests around this time last year. We had Will Willis on.
Oh yeah.
And that's it's just been downhill from there.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. He's by far not my favorite guest we've ever had. By far, he's not my favorite.
No.
No. Enjoyed talking to him. Would talk to him again.
You would or
would talk to him.
Absolutely.
Again.
I'd love to have him back on. I don't know if he would come back on.
Don't know that he would either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all will like potting more if y'all stop being consistent. No, once you quit being consistent, it's too easy to just put it off another week.
That's the story of my life.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So
it's been a year. It's been a year.
It has. talked to David Weiss this year.
Yeah, he was a good guest. I like David. I would have David back on.
I would have David back on as well. Yes. And somebody
And I
voted for him for.
And I guarantee you, David would come back on.
Probably.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know.
2022. It's the year of it'll be the year of the Weiss. Because I need more convincing that the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
I was close. I was close after the last episode.
I don't believe you.
I was close to converting to flat Earthism.
Right. Oh God. Well, anyway, anybody watching, if you want to call in and comment on anything or just bust our balls, that's fine. Yeah. Trevor, you and your consistency. It's interesting because I saw Trevor comment on something the other day about somebody's consistency, and it was a positive comment about it. Mm-hmm. He only comments negatively about our consistency.
He only comments negatively about us in general.
Yeah.
Because Trevor, at least what he portrays on social media, he's a pretty positive dude.
Yeah.
Which tells me he's probably really broken on the inside.
Well,
most really positive people.
When he starts drinking and watching us, he really gets down on himself and calls in and talks about how
people down.
No,
you don't.
No, I'm not responsible for.
I'm not talking about bringing them down like
they're worse off for knowing us.
Well, no, that's absolutely true. No, I mean, like, because you always hear, like, you have the people that, like, you don't stoop to their level. And I always look at people like that just have no good sense of humor, that all they do is make fart jokes. Those type of people. Those are the people that are down here.
Jeff Dunhams
of the world. Yeah. But, but I feel like people's lives are less good after they meet us. And I don't know. I just do.
Maybe.
Or maybe they're less good after they meet me.
I think they're less good after they meet us together.
Oh, I'll give you that. Well, I feel like too, maybe the people that really like us, they like us for a reason, and it's probably not a good reason.
Maybe.
I think we represent the shitty people they wish they could be.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I feel like we're a mascot for horribleness.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Maybe. Oh well.
Anyway.
Yeah,
we said we we're going to recap, and we've really recapped nothing.
I mean, because every time I try, you start on something.
Fuck, then recap. God damn it, recap.
So this was a year of more guests for us. A year where you took some time off. A year of long episodes. We did 3 the hard way twice.
Oh, that was birthed this year.
That was birthed in 2021. So if you've not listened or watched any of those episodes, that's 5 of us, 5 people on there, covering 4 different countries on 3 different continents.
Yep.
Oh, look here. Look at this right here.
Your dad. Hey, we inside the building.
Dad?
Hey, Dad.
Daddy?
Yes.
Hey, Daddy.
So I hear that you guys are doing some pump faking about talking about we're going to quit. Is that what I'm hearing is true?
No.
I'm just saying I'm close to quitting on a weekly fucking basis because I get sick of this show.
We're just talking eventually, whenever this show ends, whether that's 2 months from now or 10 years from now, Stephen and I will take a little break from each other for a little while, and then we'll be fine again.
I'll talk to Joey once a year after I quit this fucking show.
Right. He'll probably join the Coast Guard.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
No, we're not quitting at all. We're consistent, and Trevor gives us shit and said we shouldn't be so consistent. So
yeah, no, we're not.
That's Trevor. That's his different thing of belief.
Right. Yeah.
But he got a point. This is why I do say it'd be good to have a break, because that 2 months that we took off is more than likely, even though it was his idea to do, it actually, in a sense, was more helpful to me than it probably was him.
Well, I was gonna say, so it was his idea to take off, yet he didn't take it off.
Yeah, who you talking about, Trevor?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, his idea. But what happened? He got bored and he wanted to get back out there and create. He's a creator. However, I want to make sure I be the friend, like at a wedding, right? When you got the friend at the wedding that's at the front before you divorce. I want to make sure I say, "Hey, man, don't do it."
Yeah.
Whether you mean it or not.
Right.
Well, no, I say I mean it too, because this is why I say that, because the time you probably get ready to quit, y'all done heard about the whole 3 foot from gold. You heard about that, 3 feet from gold?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think all the time when we all get bored and overworked and we get upset because we be doing all this work we do and only one person look at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You put a lot of work into it and a whole lot of things and giving. And one thing Trevor and I talk about on our last episode was value. You know, the market lets you know if value is offered. If the value is offered to them and it's something they see valuable, they'll make sure you're compensated for it.
Yep.
Right.
And oftentimes we might end up getting overwhelmed because we're like, man, when is it going to happen? And then that one moment that you decided to get ready to quit, NBC probably was on the phone. Right? It could be that time to be like, oh, what happened to you guys? I was in you like, why? It's like that girl in high school. It's like, you liked me in high school, but you never told me. I would have definitely got with you. But now that I'm successful and moving on, now you want to get with me. That makes sense?
Yeah. How you like me now?
Now you like me. Mike Jones, right?
Troy,
I was thinking more Toby Keith, but yeah. Sure.
Trevor said snitches. It's not snitches if you're posting on social media, you're releasing shit, bitch.
But so my point is, to y'all, man, y'all have built something up that shows y'all been consistent so long. And I hate for you guys to miss out on the time that you decide to say, I forget this crap, and something actually were to come down the pipe for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's your love and appreciation that keeps me going, Troy.
Right.
Hey, man, and all those pics I send you, man, hopefully it works out for you, okay?
Oh, man, they do. I pay you so many tribute. If I had a second phone, you'd get so many pics of cum-covered photos of you.
But seriously, though, man, if y'all need to take a break, definitely take a break. That's one thing Trevor's all about. And I learned that from him, take a break, even if it just drops off the face of the earth and just stop.
Yeah.
But,
No, I took,
it might be refreshing for you.
Stephen took 3 weeks off.
Yeah, I took some time off because I had a lot of shit with the kids and everything else going on. But no, we're not planning on quitting anytime soon. As much as I threaten it, I'm nowhere near ready to quit yet. I was, and then we talked that shit out. But we got at least another week with us. Well, week in us, I think.
Right.
Well, just know that when I start feeling like this, you need to call me and check on me, because sometimes I feel like the same thing. Like, we've been doing a lot of hard work, and you get what you get, but then you got that one person or two people that say you can't quit because, man, you actually impact me, and your words you say. There's that one person that actually might make you say, "Dang it, okay, I'll do it for one more week." So there you go.
Yeah, I got you. No, it really just boils down to the fact that I hate Joey so much.
And I think that's a good thing that why Trevor and I are out, because we're not in the same spot. And I tell him that too, is that it's good we're probably not in the same spot, because we probably will be tired of each other after a while. People don't talk to each other, even though they work with each other a lot. They don't even talk to each other no more.
Right.
Yeah. No, so, I mean, I've been tired of Joey for 21 goddamn years.
Yeah, for sure.
But we appreciate y'all, though, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
I appreciate you checking in, but no, man, don't worry. We're not quitting.
All right, then.
All right, buddy.
You got a good clickbait then.
All right, hey, thanks for calling, Daddy.
All right.
Troy always disappears as quickly as he calls. He'll call in, he'll say, and that's just like click. It's like in the movies when people never fucking say bye; they just hang the fuck up.
It's I mean, he's like Batman. He's there, and then all of a sudden you turn and you look around, and you go, yeah, so, and then he's gone.
I think it's funny that Trevor's calling us fucking snitches.
I know.
That makes me
laugh. Oh yeah. So yeah. I think 2021 we finally got on, like, we had Trevor on in 2020. Yeah. Right.
Which actually I will say that the Two Brothers podcast, and then rolling into the Dim Jackson Boys and all that, have been probably the one of the best. It was the first good relationship with another show that we had. And there's still a couple of my favorite, 3 or 4 now they've got after we met Jack Boy, and of course Easy kicked it off, and then we met Trevor, and then Troy, because Troy didn't like us because we were white at first, and then we met and then Jack Boy after that. And great dudes. I mean, they're probably like the core of what started us kind of buddying up to other shows. And then we had Andre and Easy, and that kicked off the 3 the hard way shit. And then Josh, and then followed by the Happened in the 90s guys, and then the Dumbass Dudes. And so I feel like we've gotten ourselves a cute little little podmunity.
Okay.
I personally just enjoy creating and healthy discussions. I don't think about the success I would have been stopped if I was looking for monetary gain. Hell yeah, dude. That's sums up every reason why I used to play music in a nutshell. Like, I wanted the money, but God damn it.
Yeah.
Just good to play. Mostly I like the attention. That's really probably what keeps me motivated to do the show, is because I'm enough of a narcissist.
Sure.
Like, people's opinions of me, they don't like, I don't take them to heart as far as like how I feel about myself, but they make me feel so good when people like me.
Yeah.
I like it when people like me.
Yeah. I mean, so I forget who I was talking to the other day. So I think it was my wife, actually, because I was at a family gathering. It could have been anyone else, but I'm pretty sure it was my wife. And I was saying, yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, it's strange to look and you have X amount of people. We know, Stephen. We know. Yeah.
Evan, hold on. Evan, let fucking somebody else run your goddamn social media account. I'm getting sick of your ass, dude. Although he is very eloquent online. So I'll give him that. Yeah.
Very. So but I was saying something about like it's just, and I was saying it's strange to me that, and I don't know if it is this or not. It seems that way because we have a lot of the same people that comment during the live stream. Like, it's almost like at times it's appointment viewing for them. Yeah. Like, honestly, it's not that they're just sitting around waiting on the show to start, but it's like they know it's on Saturday night at this time, consistency, that we're going to be live streaming, and they can, shit on us or we shit on them or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I was just telling her, I was like, yeah, but we had this many people during the live stream on YouTube, this many people on Facebook, this many people on Twitter and Twitch and whatever. Right. And she was like, wow, really? You had that many people watching your live streams? Like, yeah, I know. Yeah. I wouldn't watch me. I wouldn't
watch this shit at all.
I would go and, if I watch shows that are similar to ours or more famous people for sure, but I would go and watch this, but I wouldn't tune in for the live stream probably. Right. I mean, Saturday night.
Yeah. But, so, which is really a shitty night to choose to do the show, but whatever, it works for us.
Right. So, and that's another thing in 2022, we're coming back to Saturdays, and we will see how it goes. Yeah. But we will announce before we change days again if we leave Saturdays and go back to.
Yeah. I will say, as far as our consistency goes, we have been, because this has been a crazy year, especially on my end with the younger kids and them doing different shit and having to go at different times. So we have not released consistently on this. We've always released on Mondays, but our live stream hasn't been consistent every night. But
yeah. And I'm not, for me, consistency is not as important on the live stream as it is the release schedule of the audio and then the re-release of the video.
To Trevor's point on there, he said consistency makes it feel like a job. And to that note, I would say, yeah, but because depending if you're just doing it for creativity, then yeah, I don't think consistency matters. But I think if you're trying to make it a business, then it is a job. Like, if you want it to make it monetarily successful, then you have to. And it's the same thing if you want to be successful in the music industry, right? You have to consistently play shows. You have to consistently put out music. You have to consistently network, and all this shit goes with. Like, in order to make it successful, because the probability of lightning striking and the right person hearing you at the right fucking time is so slim. Yes. Like, consistency makes those opportunities for you.
Yeah, it definitely creates a better opportunity.
And there are times
more
for me,
likely,
and I will say it's 50-50. This is a job for me. Like, I do enjoy it, like when I get here. But there's part of me that's like, fuck, I gotta do this. I've committed to doing it. I've gotta fucking do it.
True. That's true.
I genuinely, for the most part, like the job I have now, which has been a first for me.
Sure.
But there's still a lot of times I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to work today. Fuck.
Every job you ever have, probably. If we're being realistic, now I'm not saying that if I'm a cocaine tester, but I'm just saying every job you ever have is going to be. There are going to be days where it's a job. It's your job. It's just like if you live at the beach. There's going to be days where that doesn't matter to you that you live at the beach anymore.
True,
but anyway,
and for me, like, the only reason I continue to do this, other than the fact that, like, I don't know, we just do. Is that because I do think it has enough of something to potentially be monetarily advantageous at some point, right?
Sure.
But that comes with consistency and work and getting there. And if I didn't feel like there is any type of future that would benefit me, I'd fucking jump ship a long
Sure, I
goddamn
know
time ago.
that. Yes.
And that's why, like, the first like few months, I was like, oh, this is great. But then when shit starts sucking, like, that's a big part of the conversation. It's like, we got to start treating this like it's gonna be something.
Sure.
That's the only fucking reason I'm here. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because it's fucking stupid as it sounds, I believe in what we're doing enough that, and I don't believe
You're
like,
so narcissistic.
yeah,
no,
I do.
I'm just kidding.
No, but it's not changing the world, but
Sure.
it's good enough to at least be.
You know what? It's
marketable.
changing their world.
It's changing their world.
The whole time
This is
Troy
for
was
you
talking
guys.
to, the whole time Troy was talking to us, I was just imagining that we were in a locker room in like the movie Rudy, and I wanted so bad to reach over there and hit one of the
So you go
the
Rudy,
music
I go
beds.
radio.
Do you radio?
I have never once been able to watch Cuba Gooding Jr. in anything and not think of radio since he was in that movie.
Sure.
I mean, I know that's from the Tropic Thunder, like the Never Go Full Retard, but it's true. Like, that's what's permanently in my mind.
That wasn't what they were talking about in Tropic Thunder.
They were talking about people playing roles where they never go full retard.
Yeah, but they weren't talking. They didn't. I don't think he falls into that category. I think they're more talking about Sean Penn and I Am Sam.
They were.
Do you think he went full in that movie?
He went full learning disabled. Yeah.
Not the same thing though.
Is it?
It's not.
Is it not?
Besides, we're
I'm
supposed
not
to say
talking about Down
misguided.
syndrome. Yeah, misguided.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know.
Misguided youths.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, back to where did I leave off? Three the Hard Way. That was birthed this year. Three the Hard Way, which is a fun one. We're working out the date of a new one doing it again. Looking like toward the end of January right now.
Yep.
Haven't got an answer back from Josh yet.
Okay. Typical Josh. Typical Aussie cunt.
Yeah. But I mean, the government may not be allowing them to talk to people outside of their country. You don't know for sure if you can get COVID through the interwebs or not.
That's true.
That's the thing.
It is a series of tubes.
It is a series of tubes. Yes, for sure. Speaking of, Gabe tested positive
for AIDS.
Well, and
COVID.
Yeah,
good for him.
Vaccinated and tested positive for COVID this morning.
He'll be fine.
He was here 2 days ago. Sitting right next to me.
Who fucking cares?
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, so you may get your wish that one of us has COVID sitting across from you. That's what I'm saying. You may get your wish.
Dude, I hope to God you have COVID.
I don't, just because that means that I'm sure that my wife then has it. Yeah. If I had been gone for a week and been around him and hadn't been around
there's
her,
like, and I'm pulling this percentage out of my ass.
Oh,
but
don't even say
no. But there's still, let me put this, there's still a high probability she would be fucking fine, even if she gets COVID.
The only thing with it is that her body, because of the autoimmune issues that she has, her body is already trying to kill itself constantly.
Right.
So,
but it depends on
but
the strain, how it affects your body.
And I were talking about this the other day.
Because like my dad, who if he got the respiratory type, be fucking dead. He got fucking COVID, but he got like the flu-ish type, whatever the fuck it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
We were talking the other day, and you just never know how it's going to affect, especially when you have autoimmune stuff, is that you don't know. Since her body's constantly fighting, it may be one of those things where like COVID comes in, and the body's like, no, fuck you. We kill ourselves. You don't kill us.
Yeah.
So we'll see how
like I've known a few people that got COVID. A couple of them got like fucking sick as shit.
Well, I mean, Gabe makes like 23 or 24 people in my family that have had it.
Yeah.
So
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think I have 23 people in my family.
Oh, you do. You choose not to know them,
if you go beyond first cousins, maybe. I will say that one of my cousins is pregnant with their 9th fucking kid. 9th. I'd be calling a goddamn
Mennonites?
exterminator.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure. Like,
what is that? What is that religion? The sect of
Catholics
Christianity?
Don't believe in fucking
well, they don't believe in birth control. But I'm just saying, what is that sect of Protestants that believe in the whole go forth and?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Whatever.
But regardless, I think they don't believe in birth control. They're not Catholic though. They came out of a Methodist background, but I don't know what the fuck they are now.
There's definitely a sect of, and there's different TV shows. Only real Americans get COVID.
You're goddamn right. Happened in the 90s. I never got, like, I was around close proximity to a lot of people that had COVID.
My daughter had COVID a year ago,
and I've never.
I was in the same house with her.
Got it.
I didn't either. At least not that I've never been.
I think
tested
we've talked
for
about
COVID,
this. Like I've been tested. I tested negative, but that was because
taken a COVID test.
Well, I had to for work, but
sure,
I got the vaccine. I'm not anti-vax. I'm not pro-vax. I got it simply for it made it easy for me to travel.
Mhm.
Like that's the only reason. I don't give a fuck.
I got it because at the time that I got it, the
Troy,
majority of what
we have considered doing a lot of things, but you know what?
we do
what we
don't
want to
do
do.
3 hours, Troy.
Yeah, 2.
We do 2.
If it goes over 2, we are much over 2.
If it goes quite a bit over 2, we'll split into 2 episodes, and then we take a week off.
Mhm.
See,
Consistency.
yes, consistent.
Yeah.
If we're consistently close to 3 hours, we take the week off.
I think Troy might be winning an award tonight.
I think Troy is just trying
Our
to.
biggest pain in our dick award.
No, I think Troy's trying to slip in here where when you do quit, he might slide in and be like,
Slide in them DMs.
you need another guest host?
Yeah.
I guess you need a co-host.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. He doesn't have most of what I have, but the one thing I'm guessing he has that I don't have is a big dick.
Gotcha.
And I'm basing that entirely on racial stereotypes.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
So
say
anyway.
that because he gave me shit one time for making a BBC comment. So I'm leaning in.
Right.
I'm leaning in.
All right.
Is it time?
Anything? Well, no, it's not so much that it's time, but before we break into that, I want to anything. You have a shit memory, so I'm anxious to hear what your answer is to this. What is the biggest thing that stands out to you in your memory from 2021 on this show?
The shit show of an episode that we had with one of the people we're going to talk about later.
That's the biggest thing that stands out.
That's one of the biggest, because that's
Okay.
the most. I don't get mad. Like I get fired up and I yell, but you know me well enough. I don't get legitimately angry at people, like at people at whole, but at individuals that often. I have a pretty long fuse. And I was so fucking furious at the end of that particular show. And I'm not going to, for public consumption, I'm not going to make any threats, but there's a part of me in that period of time that sometimes lingers that I was more than happy to throw fists. So,
Okay.
yeah. So that was particularly one thing, but I think the positive thing that stands out, honestly,
You got most of a tattoo done. That's a positive thing that stands out.
that I'm not even going to go into. That's a whole separate, different thing. You motherfucking son of a bitch. Fuck you. Fuck the horse you rode in on.
I've sat on that for so
I know.
long,
I'm
waiting for
glad
the
you did.
perfect time, and it was like, ooh, this feels perfect.
That was good. No, it was good. I have a reason for it. I don't know if I filled you in on the whole story or not. That I probably will off mic because I don't want to get us in trouble for slander.
Okay.
I'll tell part
And
of
you
it.
got a fine line to walk later on because
No,
I know
no,
how
no, no,
angry
no.
you are.
No. There's a difference because one of them we can report on based on fact that I still have clips of audio from and time frames and shit like that. The other is a little more of a gray area that I'm going to tread casually on.
Sure.
Or tread lightly. But anyway, outside of that, and I'm going to give a positive spin, which I don't usually do. Because the other thing that stands out are some of the relationships that we've built over the course of this. And even though like I don't like the F word thrown around that much. I'm not a big fan of friend. I don't like throwing I don't like throwing friend around that much. And so
I knew you're an ally, but I didn't know you're that much of an ally until you said friend.
Yeah,
So, okay.
I don't like. You're one of the few people I'll reserve the actual word friend for, and I hate you. So that's
Speaking of, I got it. Maybe you did too. I got a Merry Christmas text from Jordan.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
I don't feel
replied.
quite so
I just
special.
replied you too, Tiger.
I
That
said
was my
you too,
reply.
man. I think.
I call him Tiger.
Yeah. Well,
but
eh.
anyway,
man.
so again, and this might sound shitty, but in my mind, you know me well enough.
I got one from Trevor too, so I don't want to single.
Trevor didn't
Jordan
message me for shit.
out. Sent me
Fucking
a message, that
asshole.
Said, I think actually it said Happy Holidays.
Actually, I
so I'm
think
just
I
kidding.
did talk to Trevor, but it was about my wife's podcast. But anyway,
And Andre.
But I will say, from the perspective of this show, we have made friends, which is atypical for you and I in our personal lives.
No,
And-
because I would have told you 2.5 years ago when we started the podcast. If you just said, "How are you on friends?" I'd be like, "Got plenty of friends." I said plenty. Got plenty for me.
Yeah.
Don't need any more friends.
just like two. Yeah.
Right.
So, but they've been, and I hate the fucking word, but more organically based. Like they've worked out through the show, and we've connected on one way or another. But blowjobs. But so I would call them friends of the show. I probably would not hang out with them individually. Like they were in town, have a drink, whatever. But I'm not.
You wouldn't go
social
play
enough.
golf with Troy if you were in Nashville or
Fuck
something?
no.
Okay.
Fuck no. I'd be in for a drink. I'd have dinner. some shit
So
like
if the next time Troy comes to Knoxville, if he and I hook up and go play some golf, are you at least going to go ride around and drink while we play? Ride around the golf cart and drink and smoke while
I'll
we play?
think about it.
Okay.
I think about it.
Right.
Golf wouldn't be as bad because there's not as many people around.
Right.
Like I have a harder time at
Like
bars.
four of us tops.
Which I had, if this is a regular episode, I had my first in my life legitimate panic attack this last week.
Really?
It was
the first
fucking
one in
like
your
the
life?
first actual panic. Like I've had moments where I know I need to get out of situations because it's overwhelming for my fucking brain, static, what the fuck ever. But this was an honest to God, like if I didn't leave, it was going to be a nuclear meltdown, like and probably resulting in me being escorted out of a place. But after I got out, like it was full on like shaking, fucking like I wasn't like sobbing, but I had fucking like tears. I couldn't stop, like fucking like tears, shaking,
You know how I know
fucking
you're gay?
like nauseous. Exactly, dude. It was the crazy shit, and it was like completely, like uncontrollable. Like I couldn't stop it, and I couldn't breathe.
I
My
think that's
fucking
called
chest cramped.
inconsolable.
Yeah, inconsolable. Yeah, I was very upset. But no, but that's the thing is like there were tears. I wasn't like sobbing, but my eyes were just like it was. Do you remember being a kid when you'd get mad or get your feelings hurt and you were just like like you were so angry you were holding the shit back? Like it was the fucking weirdest thing. I hated. It was I'm trying my best. Yeah, no, not that bad, but that's the closest I can articulate it. But yeah, first full panic attack. And I know I told like Amanda came out and she was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I don't know what the fuck's happening." Like this is where she goes, "You're having a panic attack." And I was like, "What? No. That's bitches have panic attacks. Little fucking pussy ass bitches have panic attacks. I don't have panic attacks. I fucking punch people. Like I don't have panic attacks." And she was like, "No, you're having a panic attack." And I was like, "No, I'm fucking not." And then I was like, I was like, "Yeah, I just fucking had a panic attack."
So many times in my life I said something and my wife's like, "Do you think you're depressed or whatever?" And I was like, "I don't think so. I think I'm just whatever." Like,
but see, the funny thing
but
is,
I explained something the same way you were talking about you did with Amanda
Yeah.
one time. She's like, "That's called depression, honey." Like,
well, see, I'm
Okay.
self-aware enough. I understand when I've been being with the bipolar shit. I understand when I'm in a depressive episode or a manic episode when I was on Medicaid. Like, I have no problem like latching my head around that, but I've never experienced a panic attack. I've had
Gotcha.
like I always call it agitation, for lack of a better word, where I get really like fucking staticky and I just want to fucking start punching everyone, or just like I have to get out because I feel agitated, like the best
Yeah.
way I can describe it. But I've never had that like shit together. And she's like, "You had a panic attack." I was like, "No, I fucking didn't." Like pussies have panic attacks.
right.
Like people that have had a really bad day and now there's a lot of noise have panic attacks. I don't have panic attacks. And she was like, "No, you had a panic attack."
So does your wife does she suffer from panic attacks? on
She
occasion?
she has super bad anxiety
Mhm.
and not social anxiety, like just anxiety in general. And yeah, she's had a few, she's had panic attacks over.
Does she take that person when you say no pussies have panic attacks?
No.
Okay.
No. Because she knows I mean like men, like grown ass
Ah.
men don't have panic attacks.
Grown ass
Fuck
men
that.
don't have
And again, I have some severe mental illness. I have severe mental issues. And I am all for mental health awareness and helping people, but I realize there's still a part of my brain that's like, nah, only bitches have that shit.
Right.
But it was the craziest fucking thing. And I was at a movie theater.
Interesting.
You're watching a movie.
What happened? What set you off?
So we were in there.
Aside from your mental illness.
Right. No, it's nothing to do with that.
I know.
But no, but so we went to see, my son wanted to see Spider-Man, No Way Home. So we went to watch it, and it's loud anyway, which is fine. I'm in a movie. I expect it to be. And I found that I cope with situations better if I expect it to be a certain way, right? Like if we go to a bar, I expect the bar to be loud. I may not be able to stay there for 6 hours, but I know if we're going to meet up for a drink, a couple hours, I can deal because I've prepped
You've
for
prepared
it.
yourself,
Right.
yes.
So we're at this theater. The people beside us are fucking talking like they're kid. Like we went at 10 o'clock.
I can't stand
I know,
that anyway.
but we went to a late movie. It was 10 o'clock. And so, because I was like, okay, most of the kids because kids are out right now for school. So if we go during the day to a matinee, it's gonna be fucking tons of kids. It's gonna be loud, whatever. So we went at 10 o'clock at night. Wasn't sold out. Still a lot of people, but whatever. People beside us are just talking. They have a kid that's screaming. The lady is talking to him in a regular voice on her phone, texting and shit. Right beside us, which was fucking awful. On the other side, which was like, because we had my whole family there. there was another like couple, like
Whole
younger
families
couple.
and immediate wife, kids.
Whole family is in
or
like 5 people beside us. Like all my family. Yeah.
I
like,
thought you said your whole family, and I was trying to just
Amanda,
wife,
me,
and
Lyric,
kids.
Jude, and Eli.
Okay,
and
well,
me.
I was gonna say,
Like,
but
all
this
of
was
us.
not like sister and
No,
nephews.
no.
Okay.
So they're talking, and it's pissing me the fuck off anyway. Like rage inducing for me.
Sure.
And then the people,
Yeah, that drives me up the wall, too.
people beside Eli, like 5 rows down, are they're fucking talking. And then like I'm trying, because Amanda said something to the people next to us a little bit, and they just kind of blew her off. And I was getting ready to say some shit, and then I kind of fucking like I told Amanda, I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. I need to like breathe for a second. And I got up, and half of the fucking theater were talking. One person was on fucking FaceTime. Like talking with speaker.
That's insane.
And I'm talking about it was most
It'd be
of
very hard for me not to slap the phone out of their hand.
But that's the thing. If it would have been like a couple teenagers or just like one family, yeah, I would have fucking gone off. But I became where it was like half the fucking theater, and I was getting so fucking mad. And I was like, I'm about to go like just off on fucking everybody. And I was thinking like, no, that's going to get me in handcuffs by the time this is.
Now we've learned why you should not be allowed to own a gun.
Right. And I was like, I can't let the kids see me. Like it's a shitty influence. Like I can't just go off, because it's going to start on one person, and then it's going to fucking beeline to everyone. And I was like, then I'm going to be in the goddamn internet as a fucking Karen. And it has nothing to do with that. It's just that lack of respect. And I just want to fucking murder. Like, it's not like I want to talk to the manager. It's like, no, I'm going to end all of your lives. All of you. Fuck all of you. You're all garbage pieces of shit. This is not your fucking house. You're not on your fucking couch.
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Because it was $200 for all of us to go. But anyway, so all that shit was building up, like just this fucking rage. And this realization is like, I can't do anything about this unless I fucking, unless I want to go to either fucking jail or just be escorted out, and or just be a really worse example than I usually am for my kids. Like I try to, like, for them, because I don't want them to be like me, like honest to God. So anyway, I'm fucking keying up. It doesn't work, dude. Like fucking weed makes me miserable. But I just keyed up, and so I told Amanda, I was like, I gotta get out of the theater. I'm just gonna go outside and breathe, and I'll come back in. Like, not a big deal. But I want to have a cigarette, chill the fuck out, come back. So I got up and went out there, and I went out, lit a cigarette, dude. I just fucking started shaking, and like I was like, what the fuck? My chest goddamn knotted up, and that's when that started. And then like my eyes watered up. I was like, what the fuck? No, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. And I went to the fucking car.
Pick a fight with somebody, just feel like a man.
No, I went to the car. And I started up, I put on some fucking music, and I'm trying to breathe. And then all these fucking teenagers come out of this fucking car, like a row down, and they're screaming, and it's echoing in the parking garage. And then I was like full on, like I couldn't breathe. I was fucking shaking. It was just fucking awful. And yeah, it was the worst thing or I shouldn't say the worst thing. I've experienced worse things, but it was in the moment, It was the worst thing I'd ever experienced. It was fucking awful. And then I couldn't go back in the rest of the time. I could not go back in the theater. It was awful. So I'm basically becoming completely agoraphobic, and I hate going anywhere where there's noise.
Funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. It's fucking stupid, is what it is. And I feel like, and I get that it was a visceral, involuntary reaction. Like I couldn't control the reaction, and I think it's better than me fucking like ended up being on the internet, being just screaming at random families and children, and whatever, throwing shit, whatever.
Privileged white male goes off in movie theater.
Exactly. But still, it also, outside of that, I was like, goddamn lack of respect in everyone now. Like it's fallen so far. Like when I realized, like I said, it wasn't just like one or two people. It was fucking everyone. I was like, what? Because I haven't been to a movie in probably 2 years. It was the first time I've been to a theater, not in like, my dad always wants to take the kids to Fayetteville, the theater. And it's, there's fucking 50 people in there.
Right.
But the first time I've been to like a bigger theater in years. And I was like, if this is what it is, fuck this. I'm done. I'm done with this bullshit. Anyway, so that's the story. But again, so my mind, I'm all for like mental illness awareness and people getting help for the shit they need. But there's still a part of me that's like, what a fucking bitch.
Right.
Like, I couldn't handle it. And I've always been able to handle my shit.
I mean, yeah, I get that. Like
it's fucking sucked, man.
It does. Yes, it does. I don't know. I get little things that drive me up the wall, like that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I don't know that I've ever felt some of what you're talking about.
It was next fucking level, man. Like I get pissy, but I've told a pair of teenagers behind me, you need to shut the fuck up or I'm throwing you out the goddamn door.
Yeah.
But again, was one set of people disrupting the whole fucking theater. It wasn't a theater of people being pieces of shit.
Right.
Anyway, regardless of that, that was my experience. That happened this week. And it's the
Gotcha.
first time that's ever happened to me.
Okay.
Like, especially medicated, right? Like, I mean, I've
Sure.
done some ridiculous shit when I was having manic episodes and all this kinds of other shit, like stuff I've never even told you about just because it's never come up in conversation. But I've never, like, in a medicated state, had some shit like that happen. Like, it is almost like there was a fucking, somebody hit an override button on every bit of my self-control. And it was, I told Amanda, I was like, fucking, I gotta leave or I'm gonna do some bad shit. Like, I've got to go.
Gotcha.
And I let them finish the movie. Like, I don't believe in
So you
making
didn't go back into the movie?
No, I couldn't. I was going to, and I couldn't. I even went back into the lobby, and even the noise from the music playing, I was like, nah, I can't do this. Fuck it. I went back out to the car.
Interesting.
It was fucking weird. And, but like, again, I don't expect people to cater to whatever the fuck I'm feeling. Like, I didn't ask them to come out. I didn't make them leave the movie. I just went and, did what I needed to do. But I got home, dude. It was fucking weird as fuck. And like I said, part of me is still like, fucking what a bitch. Couldn't handle that shit.
I know.
But anyway, I don't want to smoke a blunt and have I know I already commented on this,
pussy.
but I am. Yeah, that's fine. But it's getting worse. I've noticed a lot of my shit, like I'm about to have to change medications because my shit's stopping. And it just has, I'm guessing it's hormone changes, getting older and shit, but it's my brain chemistry is changing and I don't like it.
Yeah. I had the first, because I hadn't thought about it. Age has never been something that ever bothered me.
I'm upset that there's only one of these.
I just didn't figure it would be that good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I figured you'd probably rather have something else.
No, see, I love champagne and sparkling wine. I don't give a fuck. I love it.
Well,
Love it
I'm
so
sorry.
much. That's okay.
Age has never been a thing that bothered me as I've gotten older or whatever. But I've also never really put a lot of thought into it,
right?
Either. And at Christmas at my dad's house, whatever day, last Friday, I guess, we're sitting around, kids are opening presents and stuff, and Dad said, "How old are you, Ryan? How old are you now?"
Yeah.
I said,
like a good dad would ask.
No. Well,
no, I'm just saying, like a good father asks you how old you are. They don't fucking remember.
Well, so he had he was like, he had been talking to my stepmom, and he's like, I'm pretty sure he's 40, and which I am,
right?
And I said, I'm 40. I said, be 41 here in the next couple of weeks, and he said,
when do you turn? I don't even remember when your birthday is.
Next Tuesday.
Okay,
this coming Tuesday.
I'm still gonna remember.
Yeah. No, I know you won't. We recorded, I'm pretty sure, on my birthday one night, and you had no clue.
Yeah.
So anyway, I said, yeah, be 41. So he's like, I thought you were 40. And I was in the car yesterday just thinking about him asking me that. It just popped in my head, and then I went, fuck me, I'm 40. Like,
yeah,
it's not, I don't feel old or anything. I mean, I feel broke down a lot of times. I mean,
right.
I wake up with back, knees.
I felt like shit for fucking 30 years.
Right. Right. But like, I still was like, fuck, I'm 40.
Yeah.
Unless I'm just really good from now through the rest of my life. And that's just if the rest of my life can catch up to the shit I've put my body through for the last 40 years. I'm halfway at best through my life.
Yeah.
So
that's
because, part of my thing is that because we had kids so young, we've always been young compared to all of our kids, their friends' parents, parent-teacher conferences. We've always been very young. So we've just always felt young.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, fuck.
Yeah. That's So I've noticed it more with other shit, but yeah, like I still I don't mentally feel older. Sometimes I do.
Sure.
But I mean, I don't feel like I'm in high school anymore. Like I feel like mentally like late 20s, early 30s, But dude, when I wake up in the morning, my fucking like back hurts and my shoulders are popping and shit. I'm like, fuck this, man.
Yeah.
And like it's getting harder, like dietary wise, like you've got it down pat, like you've dropped a lot. But like for me, like even outside dietary is like working out. Like I hurt after I work out. Like I don't recover in a day or two like I used to. It's like fucking I'm sore for a goddamn week.
I've solidified over the last week being off because I haven't worked. Well, today it's been a week since I've worked, and like as soon as I got to a Christmas,
I'm not autistic, goddamn it, I'm bipolar. So fuck you, dumbass dudes. AKA Evan.
Yeah. I I have not done well like over the past week just because of Christmas meals and things like that.
Well, you look like shit. So
I feel like shit because of having. Over the last 2 nights, I've almost eaten a full pecan pie by myself. Over the last 2 nights,
I've eaten a box of Reese's peanut butter cups in the last 3 days.
One thing that I've done is I've cut one meal out a day so that I'm not like I've drank more.
You're cutting the calories. Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, I'm fucking putting them away once everybody goes to bed at night and pull that pecan pie out of the fridge.
Yeah.
But
you're still ingesting fewer calories, even though going to bed.
Sure.
Yeah. All that shit.
Yeah. But but surprisingly, I'm still right in the mid 190s, whereas I was at the beginning of all this, I was like 190, 191. So I'm doing good on the weight gain.
I haven't gained it. I've stayed between 215 and 220, which is still a lot. But I haven't put on. I'm not continuing to put on more, which is fucking good.
Right. Yeah.
I got to start dropping, but yeah.
Let's go and take our break early.
Okay.
And we will come back and please hang around. We'll come back.
We've got our awards coming
with
up.
The awards, and then
which we talked about doing it sooner, or we were going to do it sooner, but we've been talking, we've been discussing.
Sure. Recapping the holiday, recapping the year a little bit, getting motivationally spoken to by Troy, and then finding out that Steven's autistic. So
God damn it. And so we'll be back in Give Us 10, and we're gonna delve out some of the highest honors that most of you will fucking receive in your lives.
That's true. So hang around, give us about 10 minutes. We'll be right back.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to quickly go over these NFL picks. We ended the week last week. Steven up 25 to my 24. So he's up 1 right now. And for week 17, only week 17 and 18 left in the season, but Steven is taking the Dolphins over the Titans. Titans giving up 3.5. He's taking the Broncos over the Chargers. Chargers giving up 7.5. And he's taking the Steelers over the Browns. Browns giving up 3.5. I am taking the Eagles over Washington. Eagles giving up 4.5. I'm taking the Cardinals over the Cowboys. Cowboys giving up 6. And I'm taking the Saints over the Panthers. Saints are giving up 6.5. Like I said, Steven's up right now, 25 to my 24. So we'll have one more week after this and see where we end the season. So right now Steven's winning. That's it.
All right. We're back. Not yet. We've got some comments that came in on the break. Yeah.
Steven, this is Steven.
I'll prescribe you some
edibles. Trust me. I have a minor in psychology.
I just made some happy butter this last
week. Put the
week.
Camel Red out, Steve. Okay.
Yeah. No, don't tell me what to do. Psychology. I know what you meant by psi there, Stefan.
Oh, I thought it was like psyops or cyclops.
Cyclops is what I was going with. But yeah, so it is that time. Is that the wrong one?
It is.
It's whatever.
It's the wrong one.
But it's time.
That's
that one. That's
the one.
I knew it was one of the blue ones.
Yeah. And the other one's purple, though, I think.
It is more purple.
All right.
It is time.
I look forward to this every year.
Yeah, I know you do.
I like calling out the best and the worst of things.
Yeah. Because you like judging.
You love judging as well.
I do.
Yes. So, yeah. So this is the 2021 award show, the last show of the year.
Yep. It's the one that everyone that listens to the show waits on.
I think so.
Yeah. I would argue that it's one of the most important shows that we do. Because it takes time to recognize those who have been an outstanding force.
It does.
Or extended influence on this show.
Yeah.
For better or worse.
And I want to thank the band for coming out. Playing this is
it's fantastic.
It spared no expense.
Spared no expense. It's all the license free YouTube shit I could find.
Yeah.
Which thank God for that.
it's interesting because the first year we did it, I just made all the music for it.
Yeah, that was so much easier to find.
And then it was actually harder for you because you didn't do anything with it the first year.
Not the first year.
All right. So that's the thing. That's the difference between me and you is you make the shit long as fuck.
Yeah. I just downloaded whatever was there, and I figured we can always fade it out.
Right. So
what are we starting with? What's our initial categories?
All right.
Because we got to save the very good shit for the end. Keep the people waiting.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with the first. The first award we're gonna go to is the shortest episode of the last year.
Okay.
I'm gonna go shortest episode of the last year, which is quite surprising to me when I looked through and found this.
I wasn't
episode.
shocked when I saw you writing it down.
Did you?
Yeah, because nobody cares about these.
It's episode 99. It was. Now the reason it ended up being the shortest because we split that recording session into two. It was 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 58 seconds. It's episode 99. The Hard Way. The first Three the Hard Way, part 2.
Yeah.
It's part 1. I'm sorry, part 1. Yes.
Good job.
So
good job.
Shortest episode.
Shortest episode.
Yep.
What was the longest? What was the longest episode?
Longest episode was 3 hours, 21 minutes,
Jesus.
42 seconds.
Was it also a Three the Hard Way?
It was Three the Hard Way number 2, episode 113. Three the Hard Way 2.
Nice.
So that was back in October.
I feel like sometimes we should expand Through the Hard Way just a little bit.
So I tossed that out.
Yep.
The concern coming back from both the UK that people start talking over each other.
Right. And I'm just saying we replace juxtaposition debate with another British.
Fuck
podcast.
off! I'm not replacing those two guys.
How about we replace Josh?
I think that Andre and Easy are, even though we host that, I think they're the heart and soul of Three the Hard Way.
Yeah, I would agree.
I really
We
do.
replace Josh with a female Aussie, I think.
Okay, a female Aussie.
Yeah, female
Do you
Aussie.
know one?
Yeah.
That's also on the continent of Australia?
The internet exists for a reason.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Next up.
That's fine. So, the least amount.
Hold on.
Jack Boy was on
and that's where Joey
but that
gets.
was two episodes.
Hold on. I know. This is what I was going to tell. Like, I voted for Jack Boy on the 4-hour episode for the longest, but because you're a technical numbers person,
it's
we
longest
broke it
episode,
up. We
not
broke
longest
it up,
session.
Right. We broke it up into 2 episodes.
Yep.
And so those 2 split were not, but we did have.
But
the
also,
longest.
Jack Boy wasn't on the whole 4 hours. He left early.
Oh yeah,
he did.
So did I.
Yeah. So
that should be an award, by the way. Which one of us got most fucked up this year?
I don't know which one it is. But
Just do this one.
Okay.
I like this one.
Are
we keeping music going the whole fucking time, basically?
So the next award we're going to give out is the award for walking off a show.
Oh, we're walking off a show. We had somebody walk off a show this year?
This award goes to Steven.
Yes.
For getting fucking wasted on the episode that Trevor's talking about.
Yeah.
The second half of the episode and just walking off. And then
I was so
throwing
drunk.
up off of my deck because he was
drunk.
So drunk.
So drunk.
So, award for walking off a show.
I should also get an award for the first one of us to get so fucked up we couldn't finish the show.
That's true.
That also goes to me.
Yeah, that also goes to
because I'm a goddamn champion.
Sure. I mean, I guess you could, because I got pretty fucked up one time and I finished the show.
You did. I don't think you were me level fucked up that night, though.
Dude, I was asleep on the bathroom floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Granted, you got fucked up a time before and then had to spend the night. Two different times you had to spend the night.
Yeah, I've gotten drunk way more than you have on the show.
That's true. Maybe I have a higher tolerance than you.
I think part of it, though, is like I have to drive
I'm just
home.
smart enough to pace myself.
That and you don't have to drive anywhere. So my level of having to stay is you walk upstairs.
I understand that, but it's not that who's too drunk to drive somewhere. It's who's gotten the drunkest on these shows.
That's been me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. I may have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, that episode that Steven walked off of, I cannot remember the episode number, but it was called Steven May Need an Intervention.
Yep.
So, the episode for the least amount of downloads or streams or whatever.
So the least played episode.
The least played episode.
Yep.
Audio.
Yeah.
These are audio awards, not video.
Right.
Least played episode is episode 99. Is 3 the Hard Way 1, part 2.
Okay.
So it was the shortest episode was part 1. The least amount of plays, though, was part 2.
Okay.
The episode for the most plays over the last year is episode 88. Jay fucking Nielsen.
Was our most played?
That was our most played episode of the
Fuck
year.
yeah.
Into the hundreds.
But I feel
well into the hundreds.
I feel like though that was our best interview with him on.
Oh, sure.
It's been better than any of the other combo episodes.
Well, because I think Anders and Jay fanboy out on each other,
right,
which is an interesting.
Well,
thing.
but we've had more technical issues on other episodes. Let's do that one.
Okay.
There's a lot of swells, but I feel like that we had the least, as far as when we've talked to them, there are the least amount of technical issues on that first one with him.
Okay.
Because him and Anders individually, we had no technical issues.
Right.
We've had both of them together. There's always been shit.
Yep.
That happened.
All right. Very important to us.
Which, hold on.
All right.
If you're watching and you're wondering what the fuck you win, if you win an award here,
the guest of the year.
No, guest of the year, there's a prize.
There is
everything else. It's just the honor of being
that's it.
Appreciated by us.
Yeah, you can put it on you can put it in your bio on social media. That's fine.
Yeah. That's
sure. Put it on your. You can put.
It's street cred. That's what you get.
It's street cred, but you could use us as a reference on job application. That's fine.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Yeah.
So
you just to vouch for you in a relationship.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
So important one to us.
Yeah.
Favorite booze. Now this is the one. This is one of 2 awards that we picked to. I actually brought rocks glasses for this.
This is fancier.
It's not, because it's going to taste much shittier than it was already going to taste, because you poured it in with fucking. Ugh. Devil's River bourbon whiskey.
It's Texas bourbon.
Small batch Texas.
I've never had good
whiskey.
Texas bourbon.
You still haven't.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite. God damn! Don't break the wine
I was
glass.
going to show it up here.
You know how pissed my wife would be. We'd be doing this at your house from now on.
Fine.
Favorite booze.
Middleton.
It is the Middleton we had last week.
Vintage rare, hands down.
It is the Middleton that we had last week. Yes. We both agree on that one, even though we optioned to pick different ones, but we both agreed on that.
Fucking-tastic whiskey. Which we should tag them for notoriety.
There you go. Take a picture of the bottle, put it on social media.
Yep.
Now, least favorite booze. Go ahead.
Suicide bottle.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know if that counts because it's
I would really have to go back through the list again, but it's the suicide bottle for me as well. That's also what you drank that got you fucked up and you walked off the show.
Or Fireball in general.
Fireball is pretty bad.
Because I don't mind the absinthe as much as you mind the absinthe.
I like it much more than the suicide bottle.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because I taste absinthe in the suicide bottle.
I think maybe next year we need to take the suicide bottle off the list because it's a mix of all of the things.
It is, but, you know,
which when are we due? When are we due for another
It's
suicide
not that we're
bottle?
due. It's got to fill.
I know. Like, what are we sitting at with the suicide bottles when I'm asking?
Basically 2 shots more than we were sitting at last time you asked.
I know, but it's got to be here, right? This is the fill point, not the neck. The top of this. That's the fill point.
I was calling the bottom of the decorative spot.
I think the bottom of this.
So right here.
Yep. Okay. So we're not far.
So this line.
Okay. Anyways, least favorite suicide
least favorite
bottle. Hands
suicide
fucking
bottle.
down.
So it's coming up. It's coming up. Okay, it's soon. So you just got to get a whiff of it.
Oh, goddamn, dude.
Smells like a victory of not being the first person to get too drunk to podcast.
Yeah, that's what it smells like. All right.
So, least favorite booze, we got the suicide bottle.
Hands down.
Okay.
But Middleton, absolutely best.
Yep.
Absolutely. What would be your second best outside of the obvious $300 fucking vintage Irish whiskey? What would be your favorite outside of that?
You know, I think I have to go with Tully, man. Just a straight up Tully.
Yep.
It never fails me, man. Every time I break out Tully, it never fails.
It's like an old friend.
It is.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
that doesn't want to walk out on me.
Yeah.
It's like an old friend that doesn't get pissed off and bitchy in movie theaters, doesn't walk out and puke off my deck.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Can drive himself home.
Yeah. Most drunk booze, Hennessy. Yeah, we drank a lot of Hennessy with you assholes. Or
But
cognac.
We didn't
Cognac.
get drunk off of it, though. Well, I mean, that was what started
that's
your night.
what happened with the
That was-
cognac and the suicide bottle, that venom,
Yeah,
or whatever
sure.
the fuck it was. All right.
All right. Give me some more music.
God damn it.
Strike up the band, Maestro. Well, we've already played that one.
Did we?
We just played that one. That'll work.
We've used all of them at this point, except for the big one for the finale.
We're getting into the meat of everything.
Oh, the meat.
Yeah.
Love me some meat.
So I guess what I'm going to do now is go on to. Do you want to do worst guess now?
Let's do worst guess now.
Worst guest.
I think we concur on this one.
Yeah.
Jeff fucking Rains.
I don't. I don't
There's
know
no
how many
words.
of you tuned in to that
Probably
live
none of
stream.
them.
Was fucking insane. I don't know how much work you had to do on the audio.
A lot.
And I didn't do a lot on the video because I was so pissed afterwards that I wanted people to see how much of a dick.
Yeah.
And how unprofessional.
Yeah.
From this standpoint, a fucking phenomenal tattoo artist.
Phenomenal.
He's
and again,
so
a great
good.
musician. He's a legitimate
Great musician as
great
well.
musician,
Just
but-
released an album.
but he's
Don't
a-
go listen to it.
but he's a fucking cunt.
When
of-
it comes
of
to
an
this kind
individual.
of thing, to want to
So,
be on here.
The reason outside of so we started 3 hours late.
3 hours.
3 hours late. Because of him,
Because
specifically.
consistency.
He came in, was already a little bit drunk, and was already late. And he was like, well, I just need to do this. I just need to do this. And he got more drinks. So he decided he wanted old fashioned. So he brought all the shit down. Then one of his girlfriend proceeded to get shit faced and what the fuck ever. I don't even understand what happened there.
Yeah.
And then some of her friends came in for a consult an hour after we were supposed to start.
Yep.
He took them through to do that shit. In the middle of the episode, he told somebody to sit down that was like a friend of his. He just started fucking talking that you could barely fucking understand.
His friend, I think that was his manager.
No.
I'm pretty sure he called him his manager.
He might have, but
He
he's
said he was teaching
local.
him.
Yeah, and then when he made the comment of, well, it's nice to be in a place where nobody recognizes me walking down the street. I'm like, how many people? Like,
Right.
if you've heard of the band Rains, comment and let us know. Because I had never fucking heard of him. I'd heard one of the songs.
Trevor
and it was-
hated that guest. Thank you.
He was fucking shit show. So the reason we were nice and let go because I was getting a tattoo done by him at the time.
And the work he did was great.
It's fantastic. Now, I'm not going to go into why it didn't get finished because I'm
Sure.
trying to be open-minded and say maybe it was a true miscommunication. I feel like I got dicked over 100%.
Sure.
I might have misunderstood. I'm leaving that on the table. But as a guest, keeping that separate, and the only reason I went through is because I was getting that shit worked on. But it was a fucking train wreck of an episode. He was boring as fuck to
Yeah.
talk to. And he was a fucking douchebag for starting that like very full of him fucking self.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight anger. You're
It
absolutely
was all
fucking
over
right.
my face.
Yeah,
Just
it
from the
was
start of the
a
show.
train wreck.
Yeah,
I held it I held it
fucking-
together better again because I was getting work done
It's
by him.
It's the first time and the only time that I ever was just purposely a dick to somebody on
Yeah.
the show.
It was a shit show. So that would be
Yeah.
my least favorite episode and guest. Fuck that guy. Fuck. I can't even go into words how much I dislike him as a human being. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And again, that's all any personal shit that I'm not going to talk about here for the possibility of like a slander accusation.
Well,
I
we're
mean-
not talking about his work as a tattoo artist or as a
It's
musical
also, he has a
artist.
beautiful shop,
Absolutely.
but as a
His
guest,
professionalism as somebody that wanted to be on this show was so shitty.
Yeah.
And that is a big thing for me.
100%.
If you're doing a podcast and you're going to have somebody on as a guest, you owe it to the person that's coming on your show to be the guest to be on time and to
Yeah.
have at least some structure
Yeah,
and some
even if it's not a big
communication ahead of
podcast,
time.
like I'm
Yeah.
all about the whole professionalism shit. Like
Yes.
as much as that all the shit's out the window when we start talking, because then it's a personal conversation. But as far as being on time, talking to the person, setting up audio ahead of time, all that shit, dude, it's fucking on point. Always. Always. And again,
Yeah.
if you'd had some shit going on, we started 30 minutes late, I still would have been irritated, but not mad. 3
Yeah.
hours in, fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
Yeah.
I'm mad thinking about it. I'm mad thinking about it.
I am too.
And so, yeah.
I want to throw eggs at his house.
Yeah. So regardless of quality of his work, yet again, great artist, hell of a musician, fucking shittiest podcast guest of all time. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's also the first person I've ever met that seriously answered the question, like, who are your influences, with himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a pretentious fuck.
For sure.
Pretentious fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, moving on before I get fucking continually sued. Have we used this one? I think we've used all of them now.
I don't know.
We haven't used this
one. Who cares?
We'll do this one. It doesn't matter at this point.
Right.
That was Siri. Fuck you, Siri. She doesn't know how to respond to how mad we are about Jeff fucking Rains.
Okay. So we're going to move on to...
After a rant, I'm still mad. I want to keep going, but I'm showing some restraint because, again, I don't want to have us liable for shit, especially with no LLC in place.
Yeah. So, right. Let me make sure we've hit everything else because we're getting to the two big awards now.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So,
this is the first time I've ever drank bourbon out of a wine glass, and I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like the bourbon anyway. But anyway,
No.
So at this point, we usually...
You fucking cute motherfucker.
I win fan of the year every episode. That's true. Trevor, you're here like clockwork. You're very consistent with your fandom. So,
Trevor doesn't quite realize like how much I appreciate him, and I don't appreciate many people, and you know this.
I know this.
Yeah.
But
in all fairness, I also appreciate, and I'm not... This is the only time you'll hear me admit this shit because it's on an award show.
All
and
right.
I don't know if we're going to hit this in any of the awards because we're just kind of talking out of our ass for the most part. Trevor, Troy, and fucking Evan that comment and give a shit all the fucking time on social media, everything. I appreciate the fuck out of those dudes.
Yep.
And everybody else. I mean, like Easy, Jack Boy.
Steve from Happened in the 90s
all those guys.
on here tonight, giving us some giving you some psychology
work. But any of the dudes that will consistently like support and give us shit and bust our balls, I am always appreciative of that and of them in general.
And I'll say I could be better about the commenting on things from my personal account, from our joint account. I comment more than you, which is fucking crazy absolutely
for
do.
my personal.
I do. I like everything. I will go through and like things.
Yeah,
but I don't comment a lot.
Well, you're less clever than I am.
When it comes to that stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
If I have time to sit and think about it, I can drum up some gold. But
I fire off the cuff.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah,
most of the time.
Yeah,
most of.
So there's one award. I don't know if we're going to get to it.
Well, I was going to go over a couple of awards we gave out in a ceremony
earlier in the
handled before the show started.
Yes.
Minor awards.
Okay.
Most likely to break up with their girlfriend, then get back together, and then break up again, and then get back together, and then break up again and get back together on the show goes to Hunter. Yep.
Which, let me say something. Hunter should be ecstatic. He did not get worst guest this year. He gets worst guest every year.
Well, he wasn't a guest this year.
Right. But he was a guest host.
He was a guest host.
But still, he usually sweeps some kind of like worst category. But he didn't. And that says a fucking lot about how shitty Jeff Rains is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure I cut this clip out and post it this week.
Do.
Tag him in it.
Please do.
So anyway, most likely to have multiple breakups and
Hunter Edwards.
Most likely to talk a big game and then clam up and shut up when the girlfriend gets on the phone. Hunter Edwards.
Hunter Edwards.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Also, the award for having your boys call in to support you and then ask how they pick up girls at a bar goes to Hunter Edwards.
Yeah.
Caller of the year.
Ooh,
caller of the year.
Okay.
Goes to Hunter's two friends for calling in and asking how to pick up girls in their mid-20s. That's caller of the year. It's a double award for them.
Jesus, good for them.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter's clan, no pun intended, clan, is really swept the earlier awards tonight.
I think there's a tie for the category of people most likely to bust my balls.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I believe that would be Troy and Evan.
Yeah. Troy and Evan.
So good job, guys, on that.
Yep.
Andre. It's got to be a three-way. I got to throw Andre in on that because he's.
You feel like he busts your balls?
In the episodes, he consistently tries to bust my balls.
Yeah. All right.
Most eloquent.
Moving on
It's
to
Evan.
most eloquent is Evan.
Most
Yeah.
eloquent was Evan.
Spread net caller was gold. That was
was gold.
good. But
Best prank call. We'll give
I
best
mean,
prank
here's the thing. I will challenge in 2022 because it's been tried multiple times to prank call us.
Never worked.
It has not worked yet.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, they called us and spoke to us, but they didn't get us.
Yeah, no.
I will challenge anyone to prank call us. Pay a professional prank caller to do it like Troy did.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. We are so full of ourselves that we will talk to anyone that will call in.
Yeah,
and talk
absolutely.
To us. Yeah. So, on now to the two biggest awards.
Oh, we're already there.
Yeah, we're already there.
Wait,
now.
no, we missed one.
What did we miss?
Guest most likely to murder us both in our sleep.
Oh,
And
I
get away with
forgot
it.
About that one was given away earlier as well. Yep.
Yep.
Most likely to kill us in our sleep and get away with it belongs to the Just the Tipsters host, Melissa. I think it's Melissa Ann Morgan Humphreys. I think was her name.
I don't know. But
Humphreys
Melissa,
Morgan.
I know
Or
her.
Melissa, yes.
She is awesome.
Yep.
She sent us, which I don't know what happened to our fuck. She sent us
It's in the floor. It got knocked off.
wood cutouts of the word fuck, which makes me happy. And she sent us hoodie or beanies, stickers, all kinds of shit. Yeah. She is the one most likely to murder us and get away with it. Hands down. She swept that. It was a unanimous decision.
So now we're on to the two biggest awards that we will give out
Okay.
tonight.
All right.
We'll go with the penultimate award.
We're going biggest first?
No, penultimate means just before the ultimate.
Yeah, sure.
It does.
Yeah, I know. It's my vocabulary. It's not
That's fine.
It's my brain disease.
Best guest host.
Best
While you
guest
were out,
host.
there were 3 guest hosts.
And I had a vote in this, actually.
You did. Yep. Since I hosted the show with them, I did not vote on it.
Right.
I gave my opinion, but my vote did not go in to count for it. So, best guest host, we had Kelsey, who was great. We had Hunter, who's mediocre, and we had. Here's the thing about Hunter. I pitched doing a sports podcast with Hunter, and he was all about it, and I have not heard anything back from him since then. So either he was drunk off Tully. It was his first time drinking Tully. He was drunk and doesn't remember it. Or his girlfriend said he's not allowed to have anything to do with us. Me, anyway.
Possible.
Since I got them on the phone and broke them up, evidently.
Okay.
So, but anyway.
So best guest host.
Guest host award goes out to Andre from the Juxtaposition Debate / Something for the Weekend
Absolutely.
shows. Andre Freeman is his last name. Great guy.
Yep.
And I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be on their show this Sunday starting at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Trevor says Kelsey landslide.
Kelsey in a landslide.
It's because his dick is voting.
It must be. It must be. No, Kelsey was great.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed talking with Hunter as well. But the votes are in.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Andre was hands down. The better as far as the voting goes. Now to the biggest award.
Okay. Here we go.
Of the night.
We gotta hit this
of the year.
Of the year.
Yeah.
The
of
biggest
the year,
guest
of the year. It's the best guest.
Okay.
Last year, Andy won.
Yeah, Andy Harris.
Andy Harris
Who
won.
I would love to come back on if he'd be willing to come back and talk to us.
I think he would be.
It's a great dude.
I think so. Yeah.
It was well deserved on his case.
Yep. Andy's had a big 2021 as well.
Yes.
But Andy Harris was best guest last year. So, and Andy got a trophy for it.
He did.
But best guest. So, based on the stats from the show, only certain episodes can make it in. But I'll just read out what they were. The nominees for best guest were Andre and Easy from the Juxtaposition Debate and
Okay.
Happy for the Weekend.
Okay.
Jay Nielsen and Anders Eriksson together as well.
Okay.
They've been on a couple of times together. David Weiss with his flat Earth conversation.
I almost want him to win.
I'm telling you, it was a great conversation. I really enjoyed it. Jack Boy was another one. Happened in the 90s.
Yeah.
And Dumbass Dudes.
Okay.
All six. These are the nominees for best guest of the year, whatever you want to call it. We tally the votes.
Yep.
We check them at a separate time. We hired a third party as recommended by the Trump family to come in and recount.
Yep.
And then we hired another third party as recommended from the Bush family to come in and recount.
Absolutely.
And the best guest or guest of the year goes to Jay Nielsen and Anders Ericsson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they were on 2 episodes together. One
Yep.
titled Janders and one titled something else. I don't remember what it was.
Was this vote sponsored by the Farrakhan Foundation?
I think so.
I think so.
I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, this is not an award we spoke about before the show. And I know we just had the big one, Guest of the Year, which is Jay and Anders, and congratulations to those motherfuckers. But I will say, and I'm trying to think of how to word this properly, but I will say our most, how would I put this? Not influential. The person that has helped, I would say, has fed into this podcast the most, what kind of kicked everything off for us as far as reaching out, connecting with other shows, all this shit. I got to give that to Trevor, man. Like and I know that's not just.
So do you give it to Trevor? Or do you give it to Easy for putting us in with Trevor? Yeah. Okay.
It started with Easy, but Trevor's been the rock that spread that shit out. Like, I don't think
he is our consistency week to week.
Yep, 100%. So I will give. I want to shout Trevor out for that
for sure.
Specifically.
Yeah.
And who would you say that our most recent besties are?
Besties? What do you mean?
Podcast besties.
Friends of the show besties?
I don't know, man. Like, honestly, like, I feel like we've been very fortunate with.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm just being a dick.
No, I know you are.
Because I want to say
Evan.
Yeah.
I do. But I got to say Matt and Steve from Happened in the 90s because we've been on their show.
That's true.
We've been on their show.
Been on their show. And it was
Evan also can't talk Joel into coming on here.
That's true.
And that's the thing. We've had two, well, at the time it was 50%
and Benny refuses to give my kids math lessons.
Sure. But I mean, he can't figure out what the math is.
He doesn't know how to put a condom on.
That's it.
So,
yeah. I mean, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I want to say it's Evan, but it's not, because the 2 times he's been on here, once he got 50% of their show at the time, and then somebody left, and then he came on again, and it was just 33% of the show. He can't get Joel on here. I need to talk to Joel. I need to find out what's going on with Joel.
I'm concerned about it.
I've talked. I talked to Professor Chang. I talked to Evan Almighty. I need to talk to Joel.
We should start referring to everyone as community references. Period.
We should, except I can't think of any. But Joel. I mean, but that wasn't a character. That was just an actor on the show. But
I will say, like, in all sincerity, like, we have been very. Hold on, let me be sincere.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought we gave him some. I thought he was supposed to give us a date in. Well, he says he's waiting on our schedule.
I've already applied to that email from him.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Good.
Yeah,
go ahead. What are you going to say?
Regardless of all of the shit, I was going to say, in sincerity, we've been very fucking fortunate throughout this year to connect with some really fucking good podcasts. We've also talked to some, but I will say specifically, if we mention you on
Looking
Friends,
at you, Sticks and Stones.
Yeah, fuck them.
Hey, be happy you didn't win worst guest.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you get mentioned in our Friends of the Show, we genuinely consider you a friend of the fucking show, and we genuinely appreciate you and what you do for us.
And I will go so far as to say I consider you a friend and or acquaintance outside of the show.
I will go with good acquaintance.
Good acquaintance.
Yeah.
I say that because I don't think Andy considers us friends. think
No.
he considers us Twitter friends.
Twitter friends, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joey. You're my favorite too. That's fair.
There you go.
Joey's a lot of people's favorites.
I mean, it was said once that I am the cutest and you're the funniest.
Yeah, but lately, I think I feel like I'm just the dick. Like that's just
You
kind
think
of the
so?
role I fall into.
It depends on what you find funny.
Yeah.
If you listen to Swamp Talk, if you find offensive stuff funny, I fucking killed it.
Yeah. Oh, you crushed that. Yeah. We forgot about the most important award. God damn it, Joey.
Okay. Go for it.
Hosts of the year.
Hosts of the year?
Yeah.
I thought we gave that to Andre.
No, he's guest
No,
host
I
of
got
the
you.
year.
Yeah, all right.
Hosts
Yeah, you're right.
of the
Yeah,
fucking
hosts.
year.
Okay.
Best hosts.
Who's the best host? If you're watching right now, hold on a minute. There's a difference between friends and associates. Yes.
Yeah, everyone I know is an associate.
So I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, this is Big T.
Okay.
He has his own podcast. I think it's called I Can't Make This Up. Big T, you are cordially invited to be on this show. Email us, admin at b3fpodcast.com. Sweet, I remember correctly. Email us at admin at b3fpodcast.com with what your weekend schedules look like for the next 4 weeks so that we can get you on.
You're
Hold on.
interrupting my award, goddammit.
It needs to be done last.
Music's running out.
All right. I guess then
Quit
you just
sucking
have
this
to
guy's
punch
dick.
it again.
Quit sucking this
But-
guy's dick, and I want my award.
Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say now. You've interrupted me. So
Good.
Big T. I
Most
can't make
interru-
some- and he's
most
also on.
interrupted
He's
host.
also on Andre's project something for the weekend.
No,
I will be
I'm
talking
sure-
to you in a few days, Big T.
Yeah. No, I'm sure he's a good dude. I'm just being a dick
Yeah.
right now. Best hosts.
Best hosts. God, I hope it's me.
Hosts.
Hosts. Oh,
Yeah.
this is a dual award.
Yeah, it's a dual award
Okay.
for 2021.
2021 best hosts.
Me and you, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
You know what?
The glasses do it for Jody. Totally Kevin Costner JFK vibes.
I'm fine with that. Fucking love Kevin Costner.
Yep.
If you're not watching Yellowstone, you know what you're missing.
So good job. Congratulations on your big win.
Thank you.
Tonight.
You too, man. First off, I don't thank God. Yeah. Secondly, I guess I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my wife and kids.
Yeah.
I couldn't do the show every week without booze. I need to thank Prohibition for ending and Jesus for turning water into wine and setting the precedent all those years ago.
That's good.
That's it. I don't have anybody else to thank. I'm
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'd like to thank myself and no one else,
yeah.
Yeah.
As it should be.
as I should be.
So
I will say though, I feel like in general, you are the most liked host out of the
you
two of
think
us.
so?
No, absolutely.
Okay. Why do you think that?
You are more likely to continue a relationship outside of this show than I am.
Gotcha. Okay. I was actually, I remember what I was going to do now just a moment ago is I was going to say anyone watching, if they all just comment one of our names and actually
Tallied up.
tally it up and do who the favorite host is.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing is most of these people know me at the point now that they would vote against me just to spite me, which is totally
Maybe.
fucking fine with me. I think it's
Maybe.
amazing.
Maybe. But anyway, yeah.
Best hat of the year, by the way, is my new goddamn hat that I love
Indoor
so
National
fucking much.
Forest Moon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking nerd and
Fucking
redneck.
nerd.
Yeah. It's the first time I've ever worn a camo hat too, which I'm
Yeah.
it's doing
Yeah.
it's doing it for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Good job.
Sad but true.
Sad but true.
what part is sad but true?
I'm not sure what is
Everybody
sad, but,
liking
what
you
is sad
more than me.
but true. Big T. Oh,
You-
hold on a minute.
Oh, we got a call.
We do.
Oh shit.
Evan the Hammer Toe Tanner.
Did you say camel toe?
He said hammer toe.
No, he said
okay.
camel toe.
Oh, did he? Okay. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
I'm doing all right. How you guys doing?
We're well.
We just
Good.
won host of the year.
We did.
We're doing great.
Surprisingly, yes.
I see. I actually would have voted for you guys had I been able to do that.
Nice. Yeah,
Nice.
we like to leave the voting out.
Yeah.
Hey,
We do. We got
I just wanted to call.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You guys did a great show. It was a great show. Congratulations to Andre. Congratulations to everybody. To Trevor. Who else won? We didn't win. Jonders. Congratulations to him.
Hold on a minute. You put some respect on their name. It's Janders. It's Jay and Anders Janders. So
he obviously didn't hear my sincere thank you, my moment of sincerity.
You know, the thing about it is, if you didn't watch or listen to our original episode with Anders, you don't know who Anders is. Mm-mm. That's the thing. So I'm sure a lot of people that do listen or did listen, they do know, but Anders is a fucking insane, like, talented.
Let me throw out there, because Evan's calling to give a shit, and I'm aware of that. So I'm going to give him the award. I'm going to give him the award for the extra.
He's no Joel. I'll tell you that.
He's the guest. I'm going to give the award most likely to never come back on this fucking show.
hey, listen. Forgive my ignorance, because I forgave Stevens.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? That's awfully nice of you. That's very, I don't. He's had so much other privilege in his life. I don't know that he needs that privilege, but that's awfully big of you to do that, Evan. Really.
No, but you know what? I really appreciate you guys reaching out to us this year and bringing us into the fold. It's been great to watch the shows and see the other guests and see the other friends of the shows. So we're looking forward to it, man. We hope it keeps building.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to having you guys on. I know you said that you responded. I did not get that email.
Yeah.
And I don't think Joel did either. So
maybe it's,
but it's going to be fun.
Maybe it's hiding out in the old drafts. I'll have to look after the show.
And Evan, I'll tell you, I don't know what you're doing this Sunday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., but whether I was on something for the weekend or not, you should definitely check every other week. Check out something for the weekend that Andre and
you are whoring the shit out of yourself tonight.
No. I'm saying, even if I'm not on there, you need to check that out every other week. I listen every other week.
Why?
Because I love the show and I love Andre.
Okay.
Andre gives me the black fist every time we get together.
I love no one but myself.
I know you. I know.
And you a little
You don't
bit.
love yourself enough to not walk out of a movie theater, but still.
Yeah. Hey, Joey, he does that because I told you before, you're an ally.
Thank you. I am. You know what? I need a T-shirt made up that says "ally" that I can wear around. There we go.
Fuck you, Evan.
That's you know what? That's my next T-shirt design. I'm gonna get a little logo of me that says "ally" on it.
Can we make a shirt with our logo that says "ally" underneath it?
We can. Sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll send Evan one.
Yeah, we'll send Evan one for sure.
Sounds like a little savior complex.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that because then I join Steven's camp if I say that. I'm not gonna say that. I like I like the ally camp. I like the ally camp.
Yeah, that's true. But you guys keep it up. I'm enjoying the show. Again, congratulations to everyone and this great group of podcasters that are working hand in hand and just enjoying each other and supporting each other. So we appreciate it, and we can't wait to have you guys on the next episode. So
yeah. And hey, Evan.
Yeah.
In sincerity, love your stupid fucking asshole face. I appreciate you, dude.
Yep,
All
for
right,
sure.
I appreciate you guys too. I do. I really do. So and we're gonna get together, whether it's there, whether it's here somewhere. We'll get together and have a good time. So
all right,
man.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Bye.
God damn it.
So
Evan.
I see Trevor says that you are Trevor and I am Troy out of those two, and I think that's because you've gotten so drunk so many times, and so is Trevor. So that's probably
and I'm
why.
thinking about becoming a vegan.
Are you?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
No, I'm not at all.
I didn't think so. Just imagine what a movie theater is going to feel like when you haven't had any meat. All right.
Steven is such a wordsmith.
Such a wordsmith.
I feel like he's talking shit. I don't know him that well or at all, but I feel like there's a lot of shit talk going on, and I like it.
It could be.
I appreciate it. I'm such a wordsmith. It's because I have an incredible talent for stringing together profanity.
Well, not just that, but wow.
I talk like I have dicks in my mouth.
You
all the
talk
time.
like you have a bag of dicks in your mouth.
A bag of uncircumcised dicks in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. get the skin flaps.
Well, it's like you're trying to reach in and pull all the foreskins back while they're in your mouth.
Right, absolutely.
So
yeah, and I choke on them and get.
Well, look, they're the chosen dicks.
The chosen dicks.
No, they're not. I'm sorry, I got it backwards. They're not. They're not. No. Anyway, do you remember the first uncircumcised dick you saw? It's fucking freaky, man. Fucking freaks you out.
No, I don't view dicks as circumcised or uncircumcised.
Do you not?
I just see them as dicks.
You don't see foreskins?
I don't see foreskins.
I got you. I got you. Yeah. Whatever.
All I see is girth.
Do you?
I see it. I see a dick, and all I'm like, that shit would split me in half.
Here's the unfair advantage
Or
to being
I could take that
uncircumcised. It adds a couple extra millimeters of girth on it. But anyway,
all I'm saying is, I look at a dick and I'm like, that's either going to split me in half, or I could take that one.
Yeah,
that's how I view all dicks.
I got you. All right, so we have to go. It's it's a bit of a short episode, about 15 minutes so short, but we have to go because we're fixing to guest in about 30 or so minutes on the Man Tools podcast.
Yep.
If you go to our social media, you will find a link to their live stream, and you can check us out on there tonight. Yep. Their show starts about 9:30 Eastern, and we'll be on about 10 minutes or so into their show. We'll be on. And I have no idea how it's going to go.
Yeah, we'll see.
Looking forward to it.
But let me say though, I'm being more sincere than usual tonight. But with sincerity, I appreciate everybody watching and commenting. And
for sure
tonight. Congratulations to our winners. I know it is a fucking high honor.
Well, and I'll tell you this: the interaction during a live stream. That's why I do this show. Like the listens during the week and stuff like that don't mean nearly as much as the people actually tune in to give a shit live.
Yeah. So, but bottom line, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Best guest host.
Appreciate that.
I'm proud to have been inside of you.
Yeah. No, I'm proud to have been inside of. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Text me a link, please. I'll see if I can find the link and get it to you in a few minutes, Trevor.
All right.
Thanks,
guys.
And do we have a guest next week?
No.
Do you have one lined up next week?
Maybe. We're waiting to hear back from.
So we'll.
Okay, so
I don't
do
think
have some
we're going
cool
to.
guests coming this year.
We do have a porn star coming soon. A porn star / rapper.
Yes, we do.
Coming up here very soon. He's already confirmed with us. Thank you very much, Big T. Talk to you in a few days. And then, so what we'll probably do is do a bit of a State of the Union episode next week with no guest and kind of talk about
what's coming up.
Things
in the
to
new year.
come. We've got some things going.
Some changes, some good changes.
Think so.
Yep. Congratulations, Evan, for not specifically winning anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was thinking I was going to do a T-shirt, or I'll let you design it or whatever with Evan's face on it that says B3F Podcast Eloquent.
That's going to be forever a thing now.
It is
forever a thing.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
I love it.
So anyway, all right. Until next week, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Look forward to the next year, and what's so bad about peace, love, and understanding?
Everything.
Also, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Give us a thumbs up on Facebook at B3F Podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Twitch at B3F Podcast, and on Instagram at B3F_podcast. YouTube has all of our videos. Support us on Patreon or buy me a coffee at B3F Podcast. Send all your questions or comments to admin at B3Fpodcast.com. Find us online at B3Fpodcast.com. Rate us and review us wherever you listen. And as always, thanks for listening.